So you've seen a few examples of the user perspective. Now let's look at what you have to do to get it right. So these are the standards for accessibility and who sets them. So everything reverts or connects back to W3C. That's the World Wide Web Consortium. So this is a group of industry leaders that set the foundation for accessibility. And everybody follows these standards. So whether you're developing hardware, software, workflow, anything. So this is, IT engineers and programmers and developers. And it can be a pretty technical guideline, but it also provides a method to test and to measure against. So when everybody uses these same standards and it all comes together, it all should work and provide the same user experience. So here's what is really required. You may recognize the term WCAG, WCAG. That stands for Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. It's a requirements document and what you should follow as a company. So it's like the cell phone menu that we did earlier, where it's grouping information and features together and describes what to do. So functionality is grouped by information. So perceivable, this is your content. Operable navigation, this is special keyboard, special mice, movement around the web, movement around your document. Understandable, is your message being understood? And robust, does it work with screen readers and other technology? So with WCAG, the functionality is tracked by version. So you'll hear talk about WCAG 2.0 and 2.1, and this is a building process. So WCAG 2.0, this was the base foundation for the construction for visual and for hearing. When 2.1 came along, it inherited everything from 2.0 into 2.1, and it added to it additional hardware and software needs. For example, for cognitive, for dexterity, for mobility, for learning, for languages, that type of thing. That became now the new standard of 2.1. And sometimes these new standards won't apply to your particular documents simply because it's black and white. However, you should still follow the most current version and apply those foundational concepts to your document. So this applies to PDFs as well. So PDFs are considered PDF UA or PDF Universal Access. And this follows similar concepts, although it's not web, but it divides the elements into groups. So your document construction and layout, your content usability, navigation and reading order, graphics, table, validation, all those things. So if you get a sense here of a building blocks or recurring concepts, that's exactly the way to think of it. So there's more detail to it, of course, than just that, but that's a different topic. So the W3C, they are developing new WCAG 3.0 standards. And a working draft of that was posted in January of this year. And from what I've read, it doesn't supersede WCAG 2 at this point. It's an alternative set of guidelines. So once 3 is approved, it will inherit everything from the current 2.1 into 3, and then it will be refreshed for additional guidelines for future technology. So this is kind of the augmented and the virtual components here that are being developed. The learn by doing, artificial intelligence, 3D, multiple screens, different user environments, those types of things. And it'll start also connecting usability of both the website and the documents that are being posted to them. And all of this then will be adjusted with new set of tests and measurement and scoring methods. So it's further influencing that whole customer experience.